Hmm. Let's go, baby. CPI today. Let's see what we get. It's crazy. We actually have like no movement from the report so far. Let's see. Levels are respecting. So let's see. CPI PDF. If you guys want to know how to look at CPI as well, you go to bls.gov. You go to bls.gov, and then it'll pop up here, and then you click on the PDF, and then you can see right here. So for February, increase 0.3 on a seasonal adjusted basis. February after rising 0.2% in January. Put it today. Over the last 12 months, the all items index increased 2.4% before seasonal adjustment. Index rose 0.2% in February and was the largest factor in the all items monthly increase. Food. All right. I mean, it's up. It's increased. So it's not the best. So inflation has rose. So usually that means down. But these days, you don't know for sure. But it is going down. I mean, it's starting to push down a little bit right here. We'll just go over key levels since it's not really nothing drastic happening right now. 7:35, 5 minutes after it dropped. See what the Q's are doing. Should it'll wake up. I mean, really, we're within this range right now. We're still holding. I mean, we're holding at 675. On the 1 hour, I would probably wait. Let's see. Yeah, okay. That's valid. So 680.5 reject or above 680.5 up to the 685, 686 area, right? So this is that resistance that we need a break to push up. If anything, I mean, it could kind of look like a little head and shoulders potentially down, right? Especially with inflation rising, that could be something that pushes it towards the downside. So I think we just have to wait to see what happens with that. But it's up to you. If you guys want to take 670, below 675 down to 671, you can. That would be essentially shorting into a demand. And, you don't technically usually want to short into a demand. Because that doesn't make sense, right? I'm not going to go short somewhere I'm expecting it to bounce from. However, we'll see what happens with the pre-market. We could go up to 680.5, see it come fill right here at 681, come back below, and then proceed to fall. That could be a great trade today. And or this right? And or so what we got to watch for on SPY to see if we hold or if we fall. Also, before we keep going, the Discord is not going to be free anymore. I'm going to do like probably just $20 a month because I'm tired of doing all this. I'm doing this every day, every single day. I'm doing pre-market lives, giving a watch list, and calling out trades. And I want people who are serious about trading. I got 180 people in the Discord, and it is not active. I mean, it's filled with a bunch of people that aren't doing jack. And you can see that we eating. I mean, we're eating. So if you could figure out your life and how to read a watch list and, listen, you could easily make $20, even if you only have 100 to use. Apparently that's everybody's problem. Nobody has money. Everybody wants to work their 9 to 5 and save up $1,000 before they do anything. But yeah, I'm gonna start charging for it. So I don't care if it goes to 0 people. The amount of game I give is crazy. I tell you guys to ask questions. I tell you guys to reach out. But everybody just wants, well, how do I be profitable? Well, it's a process. But to learn how to take advantage of this, you need to watch the YouTube, subscribe, and you'll learn. Anyways, the video is holding good. We have 184 bounce right here. We hold that 184. We can see 188. I do personally I like that setup. For sure. A good watch. Bearish divergence on it. So if we do break below that 184 again, we'll take it down to about 181. So that could be a good one. Anytime I take NVIDIA or, Meta or anything, I always reference it with SPY, see what SPY is doing. Are we holding, pushing up, pushing down? And then that'll usually help push. But yeah, NVIDIA up to 188. Hold right here and come up. Or break below, come down, and then go up. Just go up. So those are the options with NVIDIA. AMD, NVIDIA is actually pretty clean. I like it. AMD also pretty easy move above 206 to 210. That looks great. We got bearish divergence right here. So I would think to come down a little bit. I'm curious to see. It could just come down to here, balance out, and go, right? So we could do that too. So multiple things to watch for. You gotta watch how the volume is. If the volume's coming in hot, right? If we're on an uptrend, you want to see the volume like this. You want to see the volume be lower when it pulls back, right? You see how like this red candle, it looks scary, but at the same time, it's half the volume as it was. So like we know that, okay, cool. It's not too strong to push back down, even though that's kind of like a little evening star right there. All right. So yeah, AMD noise. Separated my right shoulder in Alaska, so it's fucking aching. Meta, how we looking? Meta's looking nice. Meta's looking nice. I can see a nice little pop on Meta. Unless we break below that 648, 649. So that'd be pretty cool to take 660 to 666 on Meta. There's some decent setups today. Really, if we hold, we just have to hold support here. Got a nice jump up. As long as we hold support, we're good. Tesla looks nice. Probably it's like a 395 5 bounce. Right, where's that at over here? Yeah, I would say like right here, 395 3. I can see that for sure. Are you waiting for them to hit a price and then limit buying or manually jumping in? No, I manually jump in. I mean, you could limit by the contracts, right? Like if we're entering let's say SPY puts because it's dropping and we're at 675, it's kind of people have different size accounts, so I don't really put like what contract, but I usually always do 0 DTE in the money. And then I half the time will just market fill, so that way I just get filled right away, and then take it straight down to like wherever it goes, and then I'll limit sell when I sell. So market buy, limit sell. Um, because sometimes depending what platform you use, like I know when I mess around with I do like my lottos usually on my Robinhood because it's just like a full send account for me. And if you do a market sell on Robinhood, it'll take like $20 from you. I mean, it just fills you at the worst price. So I definitely always do limit sells. You can do limit buys, but just don't pinch pennies to miss out on dollars essentially, right? That's kind of what I learned over the years is just like I'm trying to scrape every cent just so I could get a better fill when then I miss it, then I miss some entries and I'm like, dang, if I would have just done market. So don't do that. Oh yeah, Chief. Tough life. Same with Qs. Really, we're just gonna see if we hold the support. I think that's all we're gonna see today at that 602. We'll see if the CPI pushes us lower, or if we just come grab this support and go. So I would go 671 long on SPY. All right. Let's go SPY. There we go, 671 bounce. 671, 675, 672. We'll go 672 bounce. So if I say 672 bounce and it comes down to 672, don't just buy at 672. Like wait for something, right? Like just because it comes to the 672 doesn't mean to just buy. It could very well just break through and fall. So wait till you see a bounce, right? And then enter the pullback to go long. Don't just like wait. You guys gotta wait for confirmation. It's huge. You should actually almost feel like you missed it and like watch it jump. and then wait for it to come back and then enter it. That's like the best because then you're not rushing anything. Yeah, confirmation. Because there's a lot of times people are like, you see this, you're like, okay, puts, and then it just goes. Poof. And also ask in the chat, shit, if you see something on my watch list that I'm not watching, like if I'm watching Spy and I have like, you're watching Tesla or something, and it's just like shooting or breaking through a level, be like, hello? Hello? Can we make money on this one? 672 bounce again, right? And then we could go below 672 to 667. $680.5 to 685 or above. 0.5 to 685. Also, do you think it'd be too much if I put in the watch list like 672 bounce, right? Bounce here or below here to here, or 680.5 reject, or above 680.5 to 685. All right, 672 bounce or below, or above. We'll go 60. I'll just put it in there. Reject. Well, 680.5 to 685. That gives you literally the scenarios. Oh. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide, I step in the room, mama. Hustler, baby. Baby, yeah. 184. Also, try to have a separate account to just like mess around with and pay yourself. Like my other accounts, I just let grow. My Robinhood, I just take profits. Like if I make, like I paid myself $1,200 so far this week, and I still like with still more profits to mess around with for the rest of the week. So like just pay yourself. It's extra money, right? If you make it, it's yours. Take it. Take that shit. Especially when you're learning. It feels good to pay yourself. 184 to 188. Below 184 to 181. For video. AMD too, I like. I'll probably do AMD over any of those. AMD gonna be $200 bounce. We're gonna go 200 bounce or below 200 to 195.5. Are we gonna go 206 to 210? Or above 206 to 210. I think that's a lot. I think that's good. That's enough to watch. Let's see. So we got a SPY up here. Watch these key levels. Nvidia. Shoot. Tesla. AMD. Nice. Nice. I mean, really, for SPY, you could wait for that 668 down to 662. That's a pretty nice trade, but it might just go. We'll leave runners. Because if it is a head and shoulders, it might. We'll see. We'll see, fam. All right, yeah, those will be my main watches. And then also, you guys should look up patterns if you're bored. If you got nothing to do, look up chart patterns. Literally just like type in like stock market chart patterns. Boom. So go over patterns. Get to know all these patterns. Triangles kind of sucked. I don't really like triangles, but like there's the head and shoulders, there's the double top, double bottom, inverse head and shoulders, bull flag, right? I don't like, I mean, it's good to know because you'll see it sometimes. But that's all. That's all I got. You know what to watch. You know what to do. CPI didn't really drop it, so we're holding support. We'll see what happens. Let's go, baby. Lock in, ask questions, wait for confirmation. Let's make some money. I'm gonna look up confirmation. I'll show you right now. I'll show you a confirmation. This is a confirmation right here. If like, let's say you want to go short, right? So you want it to fall. Let's say yesterday you wanted the stock to fall. Your confirmation would be this change. This is a change of character right here. This red candle is your confirmation, right? So we made a lower low, boom, and the candle closed below a key level. So then after this happens, since you have your confirmation of a change of character, you wait for it to come back into this zone right here, right? Where this gap is. And then you take entries around as close as you can to here, and then you could target previous lows to here. And that is a whole setup right there. That works like fucking 9 times out of 10 if you wait for it. And then vice versa with the bullish divergence and the support right here, right? The London low, we go below it and then we instantly reclaim. Then we get a bullish hammer. That's entry. That becomes entry. That becomes stop loss. This becomes take profit. That's a lot of free chicken. Free chicken. All right. Now we out. Thanks for tuning in.